Good morning, students. In this session, we will be continuing of our lesson organ system in animals. In the last session, we discussed about the human digestive system. Also, we learned about what are all the parts coming under the human digestive system and the process of digestion and the enzymes secreted by different glands, etc. So, in this session, we will be discussing about the human excretory system. So, we know once the digestion process has completed, the food material has to be excreted by the human excretory system. So, we know we will study in this video, we are going to study about the skin, kidney, also the nephron, which are acting as the human excretory organs. So we know metabolic activities are continuously taken place in living cells. So metabolic activities, what is meant by metabolism? So we know regularly as a day-to-day routine, we are intaking our food. So the digestion process, as I said in the last video, the digestion has to be done. Once we started taking in the food, the digestion has to be occurred. So we know digestive glands are secreting different kinds of enzymes for digesting the food. So how the enzymes are secreted? Because of the interactivities between the cells. Okay, so the work under the cells are the end product will be the enzymes. Okay, so such kind of the activities of cells between them is called as the metabolic activities. So they are continuously taking place in a living cells. So all metabolic products produced by these reactions are not utilized by the body because there will be certain nitrogenous toxic substances are also may produced. So such kind of products are called as the excretory products. In human being, which is the most major excretory product you know? Yes, urea is the major excretory product. Here, the tissues and organs are all working under in the removal of waste products along with the excretory system. So, human excretory system consists of a pair of kidneys. So, what is meant by pair? Two kidneys. It is called as a pair of kidney. So, kidney is producing the urine by filtering the blood products. Okay. A pair of ureters. These two tubes are called as ureters, and they are bringing the urine from kidney to the urinary bladder. This part is called as urinary bladder. Okay, so here the urine is stored temporarily and the urine is expelled out through urethra. The small tube is called as urethra. Okay, so how the urine is expelled? Due to the contraction and relaxation of the muscles which is present in the urinary bladder. So, if the waste product are accumulated and not eliminated in the body, what will happen? They become harmful and poisonous to the human body. So, the excretion plays an important role in maintaining the body in the well-developed condition. So, some of the excretory organ other than kidney, what are the excretory organ other than kidney we know? Skin, yes, the skin and lungs are the major excretory product other than kidney. So, we'll see what is the role of skin in elimination. So, skin helps in the elimination, helps in the removal of small amount of water, urea and salt in the form of sweat. We know we sweat when we walk or when we run. When we do any heavy works, we started secreting the sweat. So sweat contains the waste materials, the unwanted materials in the body such as salt, water and urea. Then we'll see about lungs. So lungs helps in the elimination of carbon dioxide and water vapor through exhaling. We know the lungs are using for the inhaling and exhaling process. We breathe inhaling the fresh oxygen and we exhale the unwanted carbon dioxide. Then we will learn about the skin. So as we know already, skin helps in the removal of urea, salt, and excess water as sweat, which is secreted by the sweat glands. Already we studied it in the human digestive system, right? So how the sweat is getting out? Through the tiny pores which is present in the skin. You could see some spores on our faces, right? So we know skin is the outermost covering of the body, which is covering all over the body, and it also protecting the glands and the muscles inside. So it is spreaded all over the body in the form of a layer. So human body's total weight's 15% is occupied by the skin. Okay, it is occupying 15% of a human's total weight. So there are many structures and glands which is derived from the skin, which is arising from the skin. Many n number of glands and muscles are arising from the skin. It also eliminating metabolic waste through the perspiration. So what is meant by perspiration? It is the process of sweating. So the process of sweating is called as perspiration. So the human body normally functioning at a temperature of 37 degrees Celsius. So we know the normal room temperature of a human is 37 degrees Celsius. So when we started secreting sweat, when the body gets hot more than the 37 degrees Celsius, the sweat gland started secreting the sweat. So we know the sweat contains the small amount of water and also other chemicals like ammonia, urea and lactic acid and salt. So what kind of salt it is? It is mainly the sodium chloride. Then the sweat passes through the pores in the skin and the sweat will be getting evaporated. It is a kind of human excretory part. Okay. Then we'll see the kidney. So kidney is a bean-shaped organ and it is reddish brown in color. So where the kidney lies, it lies in the vertebral column of the each side of the vertebral column in the abdominal cavity, which is attached to the inner side of the body wall. Okay. So the right kidney is placed lower than the left kidney because the liver is occupying more space on the right side. So each kidney is about 11 centimeter long, 5 centimeter of wide and 3 centimeter of thick. Okay, so the exact measurement of the kidney. So the kidney is covered by a layer of fibrous connective tissues. I think we studied about fibrous connective tissue in the last lesson. Okay, so fibrous connective tissue is made up of the fibers. Okay. Then the renal capsules. So renal is nothing but the kidney is represented as renal. And adipose capsule, adipose tissues, the fatty tissues, also the fibrous membranes. So internally, how the kidney looks internally. So internally, the kidney consists of an outer region is called as cortex and the inner region is called as medulla. So both these region contains the uriniferous tubes, the nephrons. So nephron is nothing but it is the basic unit of kidney. We know, as we know, the cell is the basic functional and structural unit of a human being. Likewise, the kidney is made up of nephron. Nephron is a kidney cell. So the inner region, medulla, consists of a multi conical masses. Okay, that is called as medullary pyramids or the renal pyramids, which is nearer to the cortex. On the inner concave side of the kidney, a node called hilum. It is present through the blood vessels and nerves enter in and the urine leaves out. Then ureters. So ureters are thin muscular tubes which is getting out from the hilum. Okay, as I told you, as I showed you in the picture, ureters, it is getting out from the hilum. Hilum is a small tube-like structure. A notch, it is a what is meant by notch? You could see in the plants, right? A small bend-like structure. Okay. So urine enters the ureter from the kidney through the renal pelvis, and it is bringing through the ureter by the peristaltic movement of its walls. So what is meant by peristaltic movement? As I told you already, it is like a wavy movement. Okay, the urine is getting out from the kidney and it is entering through the ureters. It is getting into the urinary bladder in the form of wavy movements. Then urinary bladder. So urinary bladder is a sac-like structure which lies in the pelvic cavity of the abdomen. So what is meant by pelvic cavity? Your pelvic bones. Have you heard about the pelvic bones? The hip bones. Okay. Abdomen. The hip region. And it is storing the urine temporarily. So the urinary bladder is a small pouch-like structure which is located in the abdominal region and it is storing the urine temporarily. Then urethra. So urethra is a small membranous tube which is located in the urinary bladder, which is attached to the urinary bladder, which helps to excrete the urine out. Okay, so here as we study in the rectum or anus, there will be a sphincter of muscles which keeps the urethra closed. When the urine has to excrete out, the muscles will be relaxing for the elimination of urine. The process is called as micturition. Then this is the excretory system and this is the transduction of the kidney. Okay, so this is right kidney and left kidney, and the tube which is arising from the kidney is called as ureter, and the sac is called as urinary bladder, and the lower region is urethra. Okay, the kidney is purifying the blood and it is getting out through the urethra. In the urinary bladder, it is expelling out through the urethra. Okay, then this is the transaction of the kidney. The inner portion is called as renal cortex and the outer portion is called as renal pyramids, and these are the fibrous membrane which is getting in the kidney. This portion is called as renal pelvis, and through this is called as ureter. Through this the blood is purified and the urine is getting into the urinary bladder. These are the pyramid like structures which is located nearer to the renal cortex. Okay, then the functions. So it is maintaining the fluid and electrolyte balance in our body. Functions are, it maintains the fluid and electrolyte balance in our body. It is regulating acid-base balance of blood. It is regulating the acid-base balance of blood. It also maintaining the osmotic pressure in blood and tissues. It helps to retain the important plasma constituents like glucose and amino acids. It helps to restore the important plasma constituents like glucose and amino acids. Thank you, students.